and gentlemen, in this contest, there's a one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my right from Kansas City, weighing 248 pounds, it is Cowboy Bob Orton. And his opponent in the corner to my left from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 235 pounds, it is B.Brian Blair.
Mr. Blair, with many supporters about ringside, and no doubt one of the premier athletes in the World Wrestling Federation. And certainly the same can be said as well for Cowboy Bob Orton, second-generation wrestler, as they lock up and go to it. Well, we'll see how Mr. Orton fares now after being on the receiving end of a forearm. Nice maneuver on the bullet of Bob Orton. Nice takedown moments ago.
Both of these men, as you know, great amateur backgrounds, and it certainly shows.
Armbar now as Orton turns into Blair. This is a pick'em type situation. Many fans feeling that Orton has the advantage. I would suspect that perhaps many more feeling that Mr. Bryan has the advantage.
Well, B.Brian Blair right now.
Off the rope, shoulder block, nicely done. Orton went down. Oh, look at that, reversal hip toss. Blair waiting for Orton to come out to the middle of the ring. He chooses not to.
Well, that particular maneuver did not meet with the approval, to say the least, of Cowboy Bob Orton. I think he was somewhat taken aback by it all.
Blair now working on the wrist. Oh, winding up Orton.
Ooh. He's really turning it on.
Drives into him, takes him down. Nice maneuver. Orton spinning right around. Back to the standing position. Now it's Blair up in the air. Orton, whoa, wow, what a body slam.
That was a power slam indeed on the part of Cowboy Bob Orton.
Here off the rope, it drops the knee on the head of B.Brian Blair. Oh, not much leverage behind the punch a moment ago. Not much steam at all, and Orton now attempting to assert himself.
Well, a couple of good solid knees followed by an elbow. Whipped into the ropes.
Oh, the elbow striking the sternum area on B.Brian Blair, and now Orton using his weight advantage, leaning in to B.Brian Blair.
I tell you, Blair's got a lot of things going for him. Tremendous all-around talent, and I'm very impressed with the leg work that he has exhibited in the past. Certainly a master at that, Vince.
Yes, indeed. Look at this, however. Orton, moments ago, driving the knee down with a foot, and does so again. Orton is a master of knowing everything about leverage and pressure points and what have you as well. Two extraordinary wrestlers in there right now, both from a scientific standpoint as well as more of the brawling technique that we saw just moments ago.
Well, that was a little less than scientific.
Orton drops a forearm, appeared maybe the elbow, into the forehead again of B.Brian Blair. Blair trying to escape.
Well, let's see how Blair counters this. I'd be very curious. Right now, headlock on the part of Cowboy Bob Orton. Second generation. His father, of course, preceding him in this great sport. Bob Orton Sr., truly a great one for nearly 2.5 decades.
Back to the standing position. Blair, trying to counter, turns into him, drives an elbow, and a second one now. A third one, the hold's still there, however. Fourth one, the hold is broken. Blair off the rope, shoulder block. Down goes Orton. Blair to the ropes and off the hoop. He ran right into a boot to the midsection.
I gotta believe that may have been a little lower than the midsection, Vince.
Blair, nonetheless, one of the toughest customers in pro wrestling.
He was really stunned by that boot earlier on the part of Bob Orton. Now look at this. Oh!
Blair with a right hand series of them, and upstairs he goes and down. Goes Cowboy Bob Orton like a ton of bricks.
He really rocked him with that right to the jaw. What an uppercut.
Blair with the steam, and Orton could be in a world of trouble. Blair now, oh yeah!
That had to do damage.
And so does the elbow. Blair, off the ropes, no, missing with the elbow. Cowboy Bob Orton with B.Brian Blair, no, can't get him up. Blair gets Orton up. Oh, look at that, covers him, no, look at that.
Oh, my.
Well, indeed. Cowboy Bob Orton, I believe, got the Duke on that juncture. Let's go back. Well, before we do, let's get the official decision, make sure we're right.
And it is the winner, Cowboy Bob Orton.
As you suspected, Vince.
Well, it appeared that Orton was able to wrap B.Brian Blair up in a small package, and Blair had every reason to feel that he had complete control until that moment. Let's go back now, Gene. Here, let's take a look.
Well, now, of course, Bob Orton trying to set Blair up for the suplex. Cannot get the job done. Look at the reversal on the part of B.Brian Blair. Up and over. Here you would think he'd be in control.
Yes, and from there, Blair was going to hoist himself back over, roll over, actually back across the chest and cover Bob Orton. But instead, in the process, Orton, who no doubt is one of the greats in the World Wrestling Federation, alertly grabbing the leg of B.Brian Blair. We do invite you every week to write to us, World Wrestling Federation headquarters in Greenwich, Connecticut.